Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. If there's something you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that abundance, 3 of Cups. This is all of the love in your heart. This is celebration, could be family, friends. This is you really having, holding yourself to a high standard of love and affection, right? I feel like you know what your value is. You know what you're able to provide to a situation. Yeah, let's put this into some context. Let's see what else is going on. Now we've got that vision of the future. So you're taking all of your love, all of your potential, and we're looking for the right place to apply it, okay? And I think there's really deep waters there. I think you're someone that really is interested in a lot of things, okay? I think that you have very many talents and skills, and so it maybe isn't always the easiest thing for you to kind of pick a destination, right? There's the Princess of Pentacles. We seem to have a lot of resources. The potential is here. These two are kind of infinite together, right? The Queen of Cups and the Princess of Discs, because the Queen of Cups is water and water, double water. This is Princess, earth and earth, double earth. Okay, so we got infinite water and infinite earth. And this is really your ability to manifest anything that you dream of. Whatever you set your heart on, you can manifest it, right? But that creates a problem. How do we narrow it down? Okay, there's infinite potential in you. You love so many things, you're good at so many things, and you can do so many different things. There's no limit to what you feel, there's no limit to what you can do, but you're looking for that long-term goal. You're looking for that vision of the future to see, where am I supposed to be? How do I see? This is really cool. This feels like a prophecy to me. We have infinite water, infinite earth, right? Not differentiated, not narrowed down, no details. But then here, we've got the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Discs. So it's kind of, it is a more, it's a more defined water energy and a more defined earth energy. To me, that's really, really cool. I think that it is, it's important that you realize what your potential really is. And it's important that you hold yourself to these very high standards. Now, this is really cool. Now it feels like we're getting a little bit closer. It feels like we've narrowed it down to at least out of the infinite sea, right? We have learned that we at least are a point of consciousness in that sea. Okay, so at least this is something that separates us from the whole, separates us from just this, like again, this kind of infinite ocean, right? And there's the sun. Oh my goodness. There is you really finding that success, finding that path. It's kind of the result of the water and the earth. This is you living your passion. This is you manifesting your dreams. And now it's something is turned on, something is clicked. Yeah, something has really clicked. And this is what the Knight of Pentacles is looking at. Your ultimate best self. This is who you were meant to be, right? This is you in your future, in your best self, living your best life, doing what you're meant to be doing, living where you're meant to be living. This is you fulfilling all of those aspects of our fate or destiny. This is you succeeding at all of these things. I mean, this is really now, the Knight of Pentacles is really looking at that sunrise. And that's a beautiful, this is prophetic. This is very nice. And there's the star too. And I think maybe right now you feel like, yeah, I know I know that I'm destined to be that. But right now it feels like it's kind of a distant star, right? The sun is just the star that's yours. This is just you getting a vision of yourself, right? But in the star card, it feels like it's kind of still far out there. We've got the Justice card, we've got the Chariot card, and we've got the Seven of Swords. When you settle on a path, don't let anybody steer you off course. Okay, that's going to be an important message when we get to the end, because that's really the big time air energy there as far as the swords go. We have other air energy here with the Adjustment card or the Justice card. And to me, this feels like a commitment, and it's in the position of the environment. Once you commit to something, don't let anybody steer you off course. Okay, once you realize where your star is, out of all the stars in the company of stars, once you figure out where yours is, who you are, you go there committedly. You devote yourself to that, and you don't let anybody tell you different. Okay, you stay on course, really. So this is a lot of really good cards here. I say we do we get the mystery card out of the way. Let's select this one. This is the bonus card, confirmation card. It's a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And it's just going to be set down right over here. We're going to put Alien, Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. Now, if at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments, okay? We can do it together. We can make it a group exercise of intuition, okay? I think it's good for us. But let's take a look around the room. We know we've got look at these majors are just kind of clustered together. And so I feel, because they're kind of clustered together, that this is all happening in one big moment for you. It's one big breakthrough, mystery card, Tower card. It's happening in like just a flash, like a moment where you see yourself, you see the sunrise. You know, it's just a moment, this flash of light that happens to you. And you know your star, and you can see the future, and you get this instantaneous vision of where you'll be, what you'll be doing, what kind of life you're going to have. And instantly you feel that commitment, right? That Justice card or the Adjustment, the Libra energy. You feel that commitment, and you're already on your way. Chariot card, you're already in the car driving, you know, after this moment. And so I feel like it all happens kind of at once there, yeah. We don't have any fire energy. We, of course, have our water. We have a little bit of air to deal with at the end, and we have our earth energies too, which is really, to me, this whole reading feels like we're looking for practical ways to develop our true self, to develop and to refine all of these various things that we love and that we're good at. How do we narrow them down? How do we realize what our talents really are? You know, it feels like you are widely talented with this. This is that Queen of Cups, the water on water, you know. There's a real depth to your soul. You're a deep person, yeah. You care about a lot of things. You love a lot of things. You have an infinite potential for love and compassion and creativity. For your intuitive energy is off the charts. Okay, I feel like you probably even had a lot of supernatural experiences as a kid. You felt very in tune with nature, almost like you can control the elements, you know. I feel like there's some instance where you're like literally controlling water, like the movement of the waves or something like that, right? But you had a strong sense of the connectedness with nature, and I feel like you're really a part of that. And you felt that you were part of it. It didn't seem weird to you at all, you know. It seemed like you could talk to the wind, you know, you could talk to the earth, and you could, I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of, you're a very, I don't even know how to really describe it, very complex person. And there's a lot that you love, there's a lot that you care about. And I think it's time now that we get something practical moving forward with some of this energy again. Okay? I don't know exactly what you're doing with your time now or like how you're living your life, but I feel as if we're getting this vision of the future and you're starting to put something into motion. The Three of Pentacles at the top here is taking what are infinite resources and picking out what we need. So you're getting something's in the works, right? Something's getting started with you. And so I wonder if this flash of experience already happened or if this is something that is resulting from you taking some intentional steps. Intentional steps. Maybe we don't know exactly what we're going to do or how it's going to happen or when it will happen, but we're doing stuff. We're putting things in motion. We're not idling. That's the thing. You haven't been idling. You may not have all of the answers, but you sure as heck have not been idling. Okay? And I think that's important for you to realize because with the Queen of Cups here, you're very sensitive to emotions. You're very sensitive to just how you talk to yourself. And that's part of the Seven of Swords at the end. We have to be careful with that, how we talk to ourselves. Keep yourself pumped up. Keep yourself motivated, you know. And you're very sensitive to other people's energies. So it's kind of like if somebody has a vibe that they're not happy or they're not resonating with what you're doing, you feel that. And you almost internalize it. I kind of feel like you tend to take a lot of things personally. Yeah. And I think Spirit's showing me something with the abdomen. So I kind of always think like, well, that's some kind of digestive thing that you internalize things. Things really sit in your gut like a stone, you know, and we have to be careful of that because then we end up taking on a lot of other people's energies and it changes what we believe. It changes the path that we are on. And that's Seven of Swords at the end. That's why this card is where it is, because this is a big caution for you. Because of how sensitive you are, because of how much empathy you have, we have to protect what's really inside of you, right? All this water. Now with the Three of Cups right in the middle, I feel like you're getting, between this and the earth energy, right? We're finding a lot of meaning in what we're doing. And again, we may not know exactly what it is or where it's going to lead, but we are operating from the heart. And we're going step by step. We're not really yet getting that future vision, that ultimate kind of ideal state. We're just feeling our way through in the moment, using that intuition, using that gut instinct kind of feeling, and going step by step. Something's in the works with you. You're getting the ball rolling somewhere. And I think very soon we're having this epiphany. We're having this vision of this sunrise. This is like that flash, right? That aha moment. This is that eureka moment where you see the sun. You see all the different components of something, all the different aspects of it. You see what the future will be like. You see the past, the present, the future. You see all of time and space and all this stuff. This is who you're meant to be. This is your true self shining forth. Okay? And I think that you're really getting a pretty good glimpse of that. Yeah. And I think that it feels good. I think that if anything, this is going to motivate you even more. We're leading right into this kind of conviction, right? This commitment. And with this commitment, with this Libra energy, it is important that we use this energy because this is you judging. This is you evaluating. This is you weighing every experience. Every person that comes into your life. What do? We judge. And I'm not saying superficially, we judge someone based on what kind of shoelaces they have or whatever, you know. Not like that. And not in an intrinsic way, not in an absolute final kind of way. But every encounter that you have, every person, place, or thing, right? Even internally, every thought and feeling we have, we got to put it on the scales. What does this weigh in terms of my life? How much weight do I give that thing? Friends, family, everything. How much importance does that thing have in my life? And what's the trade-off? Okay? And it's not a desired way to live, right? We don't always want to be factoring and weighing and considering things and evaluating everybody in our life and saying, is this thing good for me or bad for me? But we do it anyway. We do it unconsciously. So why not do it consciously right now so that you can continue on this path, so that we can realize this vision that we have? Okay, this epiphany, this aha, this eureka moment. Now you've got this mission. Now you've seen the future and you know this is it. Then everything else needs to be carefully considered. Okay, carefully considered. And the Seven of Swords, don't let other people's opinions steer you off course. We make these evaluations, we carefully consider things, right? But then other people are going to disagree with you, especially those people, about which we are kind of deciding. What is their importance in my life? What is the importance of this experience? Is this going to be a wise investment for me? Every moment of life is an investment of energy in something. Everything is a choice, whether we're making it consciously or not. Might as well make it consciously. For right now, at least, right? I mean, we're trying to realize a goal here. Okay, you're trying to maximize this vision. You're trying to realize this vision that you have. Okay, and maybe it's a business. Maybe it's just a personal life experience. Maybe it's a spiritual thing. Maybe it's a creative path that you're on. I don't know. I think it's all of these things. Every ray of this sun. Every ray of the sun is kind of one aspect of our lives. It's not different paths that we take. It's all one path. In the course of the sun's journey, it radiates light in all directions. So it's career and work and money and finances and physical health and creativity and interpersonal relationships, relationships with animals and plants and friends and family members and lovers, and relationship with ourselves, and it's everything. It's our spiritual practice, our prayers, our devotions, our rituals. It's our psychology, it's our physiology. It is everything is one beam of light coming out from you. And I think that this is really going to be a moment where you're kind of acutely aware of all of these things, where you really are aware of your heart beating, and you can feel the blood coursing through your veins and arteries. And that you can kind of you can feel the thoughts thinking themselves, It's very, very acutely aware. It's like your consciousness is blown wide open. Wide open, yeah. Whereas before, now we're getting over to the path of the serpent, we've got that star card. You felt a glimpse of this for a long time. Your whole life, I think, you've had a glimpse of this. And now it's really up close and personal, right? Now it's just kind of very intense. Someone has dialed it up for you. The universe has really dialed it up. Whereas before, it seems like there's just something kind of in the background there that you can feel it. You don't know what it is yet. Oh, well, it's coming so you can get a better look, right? But what is the universe telling you? Right? What is Spirit telling you? What is the nature of this star and its journey? Okay? And I think that this is such a complex question, because the star is a very complex, energy. And the light is going off in every single direction. So is it really a matter of letting that light shine in every direction, but maybe focusing it a little bit more intensely on certain things, choosing what to focus our consciousness on, choosing what to give attention to. And that is, of course, the adjustment card. We can't give equal attention to everything, right? I think we have to be discerning. And we have to, of course, the human side of ourself, our kind of lunar personality, or our, I don't like to say our lower self, but our human self, our human consciousness, has to really be obedient to what we're witnessing here. There's that part of ourselves that will just fall to our knees in awe when we get this spiritual experience of that solar realization. It's a humbling experience. And it is something I think that your lower vehicle, right, your human personality, your thoughts, your feelings, your body, your vital energy, is going to be ready and willing to work on this, to be devoted to this. It's like you get, you have this experience of this solar consciousness, and suddenly the rest of you is already in the armor, already in the car, ready to go. You know, it's like a kid or it's like the dog, you know. You have the thought in your head, well, maybe I'll take the dog for a walk. Before you even say anything, the dog's at the door, leash in its mouth, ready to go. You know, already has the plastic bags in hand, you know. And it's that kind of thing where our human self is so ready to commit to something, to have that kind of purpose, to feel that kind of mission in life. You know, but we have to be open, I think, to what Spirit is telling us and what this realization is. And we don't want to let our human mind get in the way. See, we've got that Seven of Swords, and sometimes that can just be our own mind saying, that's not right. That ain't gonna happen. That's not real. You know, that's not for me. Because maybe we have certain expectations, maybe we have some things that we prefer, and we feel like our life should go in some sort of direction. Maybe we're going to be very surprised at what life has in store for us next. Yeah. And maybe the Seven of Swords is part of us, that mental part of us that tries to stay with what's familiar. Once the mind gets into a groove of behavior and habits and patterns and stuff, it likes to stay there because it's comfortable. We've already worn that spot in the carpet down. It's really fun to walk in that same circle around, you know. But we realize that we have to try to get out of those grooves. You know, we create those in our brains too. Now, I'm not a neurologist or anything, or a neuroscientist, but I feel like it's once you develop a habit, it's easy to stay in that habit. Once you start doing things, you know, what they say, like 30 days or something, right? Or 90 days, or I don't know. Once you establish that groove in your mind, it's real easy. It feels good to stay in that groove. It feels familiar, it's easy, it's effortless. We've worn down the carpet, it's nice and smooth right there. It takes effort to get out of that groove. And so we might be a little bit in that with the Seven of Swords too. This might be us struggling to get out of that groove that we've worn in the carpet that keeps us going around the living room in a circle, right? And so it's going to take effort. And that effort is going to make us acutely aware. And part of this, it all ties in together, because once you start trying to break habits, that's when your consciousness expands and you're able to really see things, feel things that you haven't felt before. You know, it's like it wakes you up. It's like a cognitive dissonance. It makes you really conscious all of a sudden, right? Try to do something that's, you know, outside of the habit. Catch yourself in the middle of a habit and break it right there in the moment. And see how acutely aware you become of yourself, of your surroundings, of other people, of the sounds going on around you. It's kind of what we're talking about here. Yeah. I want to do one encouraging thing with the Seven of Swords, and that is an affirmation card, the language of flowers. Anytime we get a challenging swords card, I like to do a good affirmation card. We have some other ones that we use sometimes, but I like the language of flowers. It's a simple way to kind of look at the Seven of Swords. So what we've got today is the stalk. It says, slow down. The pace must abate before it's too late. So I think slowing down is going to be good for you. Especially in this idea of there being a groove or a habit or a pattern that we're in, because a lot of the time we go through life so fast, we don't realize we're in these habits and these patterns and these cycles. You know, we don't realize that we're locked into a groove. And so by slowing down and asking ourselves, what am I doing right now? What am I thinking? What am I feeling? You know, am I doing something with my body, with my mind, with my heart, that is, with my consciousness, that is not really intentional? It's just a habit. It's just something that I've worn that groove in, right? And then we can say, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to switch gears on that habit and then see how that kind of expands our consciousness even more. Yeah. Anyway, let's look at the mystery card. Let's see what old alien's got for us today. I'm still getting used to the new studio here. I know that the new studio looks very much like the old studio, right? And that's by design, but everything's kind of been upgraded. We're in a new space here. I actually have some temperature control. I'm not in the basement anymore. I am on the lower level, but not in the basement anymore. It's warm. I think the lighting is better. I think the sound is better, but let me know what you think. I'm still trying to get everything arranged on the overhead cam here, but I think it looks pretty good. Now, as far as the mystery card goes, if you have a prediction, I want you to put it in the comments down below. I'm going to go ahead and venture a guess that it's going to be some fire energy. Because fire is its consciousness. Fire is our ability to direct our attention somewhere. So let's see what that is. Yeah. Here we go. Oh no, it's not fire. It's a 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords. Okay? Similar energy. These two are going to be in the same realm of interpretation because they're both 7s, and because I think that what we're talking about here is how good those grooves feel. How good it feels where the carpet's nice and smooth. It's nice to just stay inside that track. It's effortless. You know, it's effortless when you've got a little, I don't know a good analogy here. I guess when you're at the beach, right? And you can smooth out a circle in the sand with your finger. And it's real nice and really smooth, right? The water will just flow around and around and around. And it's just, you can put a marble in there and spin it around. And it's so nice. It's on a little track, right? The water going into other places on that little area of sand, it's not so easy to flow. It just sinks, it absorbs, it expands. It seems like it dissipates, it gets wasted, you know. It just goes back kind of down into the ground. But in that smooth track, the water will just flow. You'll make a little moat or a river for yourself there. And it feels good. It's more effortless. It's familiar. And sometimes we think that, oh, if this is effortless and familiar, this must be right. This must be where I belong, you know. And it could very well be, yeah. But we have to try to challenge that. We have to you know, kind of call BS on ourselves sometimes. And the 7 of Cups is really about that. Sometimes with the 7 of Cups, we feel like, oh, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. It feels really good. But it might just be a habit. It might just be a cycle. It might just be a groove that we've created. So we have to look at other aspects of it. You know, is this fulfilling us in some other way other than just being easy and comfortable? How is this affecting my body? How's this affecting my mind? You know, my heart, my emotions. And so I think that it's important for us to get out of our grooves. And honestly, I feel like you are. I feel like you're already aware of this in a major way because of these 3s. This is really the potential for creating any kind of reality that you want, any kind of life, the manifestation of your dreams. That's what we're talking about here. But to do this, I guess we do have to kind of get out of that groove. We have to get out of those habits of what we always kind of go to, what we always tend to manifest. We have to get out of that because the potential here is really, really great to create some new grooves, right? Because either way, we're going to produce the grooves in our mind, you know, just like we're always going to evaluate things. So why not do it consciously and intentionally? Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Aquarius every Thursday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time, but I am here every day. You can come see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.